Good evening. Much anticipated, some say long overdue. The Pope today said sorry to the Australian victims of child sex abuse by Catholic clergy. The pontiff openly acknowledged the shame and suffering that's been caused, but his words certainly didn't please everyone. Many of the victims and their families wanted a more personal apology and some real solutions to the problem.
With the faithful gathered for morning mass, the pontiff chose to address ungodly acts committed by men of the cloth that have shamed the Catholic Church.
I would like to pause to acknowledge the shame which you have all felt as a result of the sexual abuse of minors by some clergy and religious in this country.
Bishops, priests and nuns listened on to a long-awaited apology.
Indeed, I am deeply sorry for the pain and suffering the victims have endured.
Acknowledging the acts were truly evil.
Unequivocal condemnation.
Political leaders welcomed the symbolic gesture.
It was entirely appropriate, a moving and touching apology, and hopefully one in which they turn the corner to right the wrongs of the past and a sickening behaviour of child abuse.
But victims weren't invited to the high security mass and were dismayed the word sorry wasn't said to them in person.
It would be wonderful if we were part of the apology, it would be wonderful if we were in the cathedral.
Anthony and Christine Foster's two daughters were raped by a priest. One of the girls committed suicide this year.
It does not bring our daughter back. It doesn't ease our suffering.
The Pope urged the clergy to combat abuse but offered no practical solution.
Victims should receive compassion and care, and those responsible for these evils must be brought to justice.
It is only words. It does not commit all the resources of the Church to this problem.
Victims of sexual abuse are also deeply unhappy that the Pope's apology was only directed at young people, saying it leaves out a whole group of men and women abused by priests in adulthood. They're not the only ones who feel the Church is out of touch. At Taylor Square, nearly 1,000 people protested against the Church's anti-condom and gay policies.
Safe sex! AIDS! No!
Demonstrators then faced off with pilgrims separated by police. One 19-year-old pilgrim from Newcastle was arrested. He wasn't charged. Karen Cho, 9 News.